Nation.
SMD Law is the official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Check them out on the interwebs at smdalaw.com or at 866-529-3537. No matter where you are in the state of Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Lower Peninsula, it doesn't matter. They have an office near you. So whether you need to send a letter to an annoying neighbor, or you're a criminal and you need defense, maybe you just have problems with elder law, check them out, smdalaw.com today. The official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Call them first. Then you act.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back, Spartan Nation. We now head out to a young man that I really like. He's from Thornville, Ohio. Just a really solid class of 21 outside backer. I just love his game. I love the way he handles himself. He can flip his hips like a defensive back. He's got great feet, super hands. And again, I just think he's one of those rare kind of guys. He's just got that it factor. He's on the other end of our line. We want to talk to him. Shay Taylor. Shay, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Shay, you're a 21 kid and an outside backer, so there's no rush. But I know you've been up to Michigan State. Can you tell us what you think of Michigan State?
I think it's a good program. Facility's really nice. Like, they got an incredible weight room, and I just love the players and the coaches up there. They're really welcoming.
Good for you. When were you up, for the fans who don't know? I know, but just for the fans who don't, when were you up visiting Michigan State?
Are you talking about my actual visit or my camp? Because I went up to their camp this summer.
I know you went up for the camp, but you also came up for a visit, didn't you?
Yeah. I went to the spring game visit, which was very nice.
Good for you. How do you think camp went? Would you tell the fans about that, please?
Camp was awesome. They got to interact with the players. They were also there, like Joe Bocci, and I'm really close to Luke Fulton, which is a commit already there going into his freshman year. And coaches are really nice. They're always interactive in the camp, and you don't really find that a lot in other places you go.
Do you know some of the guys on the roster, Shay?
Yeah, like Joe Bocci, like I said, and Luke Fulton. But I know Randall, too. That's like pretty much the linebackers I know.
Okay, good for you. Shay, let's talk about the recruiting process for you. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's definitely stressful and pressure towards me.
Talk about the pressure, because a lot of fans don't understand the pressure because they haven't been through it. What's the pressure?
Well, you're always getting looked at, so it's always eyes on you, whether it's on the field or in the classroom or anywhere, really. It's always watching you and observing you, especially in a small town where I'm from.
Shay, if you don't mind, let's step away a little bit from football and talk more about you, the young man. Can you tell the fans about your family?
I've got a great family. My father is one that went to college, also my mom for football and basketball. And my sister, Emily, is a Division I player at Akron for track there, which is a really awesome thing to look up to.
Absolutely. Where did your dad play football?
Wilmington College.
Oh, good for him. That's excellent. How about your mom? Where did she play basketball?
Same place, Wilmington College.
Oh, good for them. So, Shay, let's talk about the classroom. Are you taking care of your business?
Yeah, it's always important to be doing that, especially being looked at, because they always have that, want the player just off the field too, in the classroom, and always the goal is A's and B's.
Shay, what would an offer from Michigan State mean to you?
It would be awesome, especially since Antonio is from Zanesville and very close to my area. And they have the number 1 defense in the country for rushing, and that would be pretty awesome, especially since I'm so close with the players out there in Trestle.
Did you tease D'Antonio about where you're from and remind him he should take care of you since you're neighbors?
Yeah, he definitely knows about me. At least I got to talk to him a little bit during the spring game visit, which is pretty cool.
Good for you. Shay, I want to ask you a little bit about the way you play. Now, you're going into your junior year, so, I mean, to get the attention you've gotten early is really a testimony to your work ethic. What do you think you do best right now?
Like, what do I need to work on and improve?
No, what do you do best right now? What are you most happy with in your game?
I think I'm very good at dropping back to pass, and I'm also good at rushing the quarterback. A lot of my highlights you see on my film show me doing a lot of that and doing well in that. And I think that's what I'm best at.
Good for you. What do you got to get better at?
I'm working a lot more on still in the different types of way of rushing the quarterback, whether it's from the outside or rushing inside, and having that inside-out leverage when I'm making the plays on the ball.
We're talking to Shay Taylor, a terrific outside linebacker from the state of Ohio in the 21 class. His recruiting is really taking off, and the Spartans have big interest in him. He's a very smart football player. He's got a really great football mind. He sees the field. As a matter of fact, I was telling someone yesterday, he reminds me a lot of Joe Bocci. Now, different body types, different position, but he reminds me of Joe Bocci's brain, the way he sees the game develop. Shay, is that something that you've had to work on, or is that something that came natural to you?
I think it just came natural. Just the love of the game is just always have that thrill when I come out there. It's always fun to play.
Good for you. Shay, let's ask a little bit couple of questions for you. What other places are you hearing from besides Michigan State?
West Virginia, a couple of MAC schools, and Cincinnati have shown a lot of interest in me. And I think when September 1st hits, it's all going to come together.
I agree with you 100%. And for those that don't know, Shay, tell them what's the significance of September 1st.
That's when they can officially talk to me and start really getting into recruiting.
Yeah, that's when it's going to really take off for you, Shay, and I believe that 100%. Shay, you have so long until signing day. There is no rush. I'm not looking for any secrets, but I have a couple questions about that I want to ask you. Are the Spartans legitimately in play for you? Would an offer from them certainly warrant your attention?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They're definitely one of the top schools that I'd be wanting to look at, especially with such an amazing environment. Like coming from the place where I'm from, it's definitely significantly similar. And I'm just hoping Tressel would put it together and have that offer out to me.
Good for you. Now, do you know Mike Tressel at all, other than the recruiting process?
I don't know him personally, but I've talked to him quite a few times, and I'm just hoping that our good chemistry would come out to be an offer.
I agree with you on that. Shay, let me ask you this question. You know, some kids want to do it on a birthday. Some want to do it on Grandma and Grandpa's anniversary, whatever. I'm not asking you where, but do you have a time frame of when you want to make your choice, or is it really going to be you're going to wake up one day and just know this is where God wants me to go and it's where I'm going?
Well, I think that, I don't know, maybe going to a visit or something and just having that feeling, but honestly I just want to do it as soon as possible. So I could just have that relief and have the pressure off of me of being having to be pressured into committing to a certain place and stuff.
That's a really good point. Shay, just a couple more questions and I'll let you go, but I really want to dig in on your mind. When I talk to people about you, a lot of people talk about your leadership, which surprised me a little bit because you're barely done being a sophomore. And when I talk to people and they talk about leadership, it surprised me. Where does those leadership skills come from?
It's just something that the seniors kind of left last year is definitely being a leader, not only in the field, but in the classroom and outside. And it's kind of really bought into that, and definitely no one is going to step up, so I'm going to be there.
That's a really good point on your part, Shay. Lastly, I want to ask you about off the field. Character is a big deal with you. A lot of people talk about character. I understand you're involved in some stuff off the field, charity stuff. What are you doing?
Honestly, just lifting as much as I can and gaining a lot of weight because I'm weighing about 200 pounds right now. And I'm just trying to shove as much food as I can in as possible. And like I said, lifting, and I'm doing a lot of stuff on the field.
Okay. But I want to ask you about off the field because I heard you're very much active off the field on doing stuff. Are you doing Special Olympics? Is there anything like that you're up to? I didn't know if there was anything off the field because everyone just talked about character with you, and so I'm just curious.
I've just had a basketball camp recently about coaching little kids, which is always a nice experience to have, just helping the community out in the best way I can.
Awesome. Always good to give back. Shay, listen, stay on the line if you would. I want to talk to you real quick. That Shay Taylor from Ohio, a 21 outside linebacker, I really like this kid. I think it's a matter of when an offer comes, not if. He continues to go into next season playing and make the progress he made last year. He's going to be special. We'll be right back.